Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Series JG. Been away on, I think if you are somebody who watches all of my series, and there's a small number of people who are just like consistently watching everything I do, you've heard about this a dozen times, but I had like a whole week of vacation at the beach with family, followed by a whole week of being, working away from the office, like traveling for work. And basically 2 weeks where the tiny little bit of recording I did for the channel was recording some of my PC stuff, a little bit of Empire Earth and Allied General at a hotel. But basically, I haven't been playing any of these games, most of these games, for like 2 weeks. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is the last one I've come back to. So this is the game I haven't played in weeks and weeks and weeks. To the point where I had to go back and check what the hell was going on, and what's going on is Epsilon missions. Epsilon missions are the last Strangers and Freaks storyline. There's a couple of things I've already kind of said I'm not going to do, and that is, I don't think we've even encountered it yet, but there's a Strangers and Freaks missions you do where some woman wants you to use a submarine to track, to collect like parts of something. There's the weird guy who wants Franklin to correct parts of a spaceship, and then there's like one final one. I don't remember if it's connected with the submarine or not. There's a couple that I've just decided I'm not going to do, and I would encourage you to look them up on YouTube and see how they play out. If this is the way you're experiencing this game, like, oh, I like Mysterious JG, and I don't really play GTA games, so I'll watch him do a Let's Play. They're all interesting enough, the actual, like, resolutions of the storylines to see, but, like, in some cases, it's, like, hours of gameplay searching for, underwater stuff happened, and there have been other Let's Plays where I did, like, when there's a gameplay bonus involved, I have, done, like, hidden packages in GTA 3, and, I would just do it off screen, listening to Mystery Science Theater. I'm not doing that with these. So there's a couple of Strangers and Freaks missions, very specific ones. I'm not doing it all. So the last ones that we actually are going to do are the Epsilon missions, and they are also like a weird little. Some of them are designed to be like you drive to a place that's really far away and get hit on the head, and you lose money, and it's like the missions are almost making fun of you for doing them, and it's a parody of this. What kind of a sucker are you that you keep doing these expecting some reward? Because it's parodying the whole Scientology thing where people can spend a lot of money on science. It's a very expensive religion to belong to, from what I have heard and read. I have never been a Scientologist or done any of their stuff. So like the idea that, oh, rich people spend a lot of money getting, quote, audited, and that it's a scam, that you just keep sinking your money into it, expecting some eventual reward. In this, it's like, yeah, you keep doing these missions thinking there's going to be some great reward at the end. Is there going to be a reward at the end? Well, I'm not really going to tell you, except that so far all of these Epsilon missions have been just, you go to a certain amount of work and it's very silly. But we'll keep it going because the series is almost over now. This radio channel, Vinewood Boulevard Radio. Meh. Hopefully I won't get any, like, this is Michael DeSanta's own car, so if this is what the radio station defaults to, it feels like it's in character to listen to it, but if these are not songs I recognize, it's just making me nervous about copyright strike, but the very worst copyright strikes we've gotten on this series so far have been me switching through channels and having to lose all audio, and it's been fairly lucky, so I don't know why I'd be taking my chances, but here's some slightly different music. There's quite a few songs where apparently they're banned in Russia. Like, I assume that this is a politically motivated or some kind of decision made by the publisher that owns the rights several of the songs in this, like a big musical publisher with a library that includes multiple songs from this game's soundtrack, won't let the music be used in Russia, and like there's 1 or 2 other countries. I don't think I have a big viewership in Russia. And if I do, I feel like it's people who are already getting my videos through ways other than the legally intended YouTube way. I don't know why my instinct says that. I will say that on that beach vacation, BB and Bronco just like controlled the television. It was annoying. No offense, Bobo, but it was. I think you know it is. That like all day long, the stuff that they want to see, as long as they're awake, stuff they want to see is going to be on the TVs. And it got to the point, there was no watching of TV. Like there was no family movie night that I remember. I think I suggested in a previous beach trip and it worked out pretty well. But this time it's like, once Bronco and BB were in bed, we just shut off the TV for the night and people read or whatever. But the reason I brought this up is because they decided they wanted to watch, they were watching a lot of YouTube. And I guess they came across videos of hilarious parodies of Gangnam Style, which mostly consists of the song Gangnam Style playing and people doing like, here's game footage from Minecraft set to Gangnam Style, or here's Spider-Man and the Hulk in Gangnam Style, but we're doing like there was one where somebody was dressed as Deadpool. Like that's always going to win over Bronco's heart. But they were enjoying, like, they were getting into dance music and having fun with dance music and jumping around and dancing to dance music. And, you know, we would try to get them to listen to anything other than Gangnam Style. This is like, hey, here's a video set to, y'all ready for this? Whatever that song's called. And they would like dance around and listen to it when it was over. Or like, they would say, okay, now put that other one back on. And it was Gangnam Style again. Like, they just wanted to hear 8 different versions of Gangnam Style. Oh, they're talking about Meltdown. It's now theaters.
Some have described it as derivative Vinewood app, but others quite enjoyed it.
I really liked the film, and the end was heartwarming. The dubbing on the talking monkey felt old 1980s, though.
82-year-old Ethel Winthrop loved to sunbathe in a bikini, drink mint juleps, and wave at cars. So when she was on the lawn for several days, nobody thought anything of it, except she had passed away. Services will be held.
So they just switched to talking about Meltdown to a dead woman. Whatever. Okay. So what the hell was I getting at? No, but my point was I was driven to talking about this by the idea of Russia, because like we watched a version. It was Gangnam Style in Russian, and yeah, there was various things where it was Gangnam Style in different languages. But like, you know, Bronco and Bronco and BB didn't really care. They were just into the music and then whichever cartoon / video game characters were being shown over the music. But the Russian version had lyrics with subtitles, which I thought was nice. And there was a version where it was Sonic the Hedgehog themed. Most of the characters that were being shown in the cartoons. Sorry, I mean, most of the characters that they would grab, obviously, they didn't have the rights to this, like ripping off footage from the various Sonic the Hedgehog animes and cartoons and movies, and just showing Sonic the Hedgehog and making a very mild effort to make the movement of the lips match the singing, but not really trying that hard. But the main thing I noticed about the Sonic the Hedgehog in Russian version of Gangnam Style is that the subtitled lyrics at one point said, hey, we want to thank the Koreans for writing this great song, but now that it's in Russian, it is superior. Which I was like, whoa. Or maybe they didn't say superior. Maybe they just says, but now that it is Russian, we have improved it. But either way, there was like this like zany thing, like, hey, we're going to grab Japanese cartoons. And we're going to have Korean music. And we're going to put in a message in this video, which is supposed to be for fun. And maybe it was tongue-in-cheek, but it was hard to tell. It did seem to be like, we're going to steal some shit from Korea, we're going to steal some shit from Japan, and we're going to put on this brief little zany light touch message about how being in Russian makes it better. So I'm like, yeah, you guys shouldn't get to hear these random songs from GTA 5. Because that's the worst thing that Russia has been doing in the last couple of decades, I say. Everything else Russia's doing, I'm A-okay with. Okay. I'm joking around, but now I'm joking around in such a way that somebody could still just, like, grab that and try to use it against me. I wonder what, is there a way for me to see... Because obviously the last, Epsilon mission probably told me to come out here, but I don't remember what it said or why it said to come out here. Yeah, we're probably about to get, like, whacked on the head again. Mm-hmm.
The paradigm is ending. Craft be praised.
Grant and Craft.
Hello, Michael. Or should I say Zolag?
Maybe not.
What?
Your real name is Zolag. You are a king. You lived in a cloud city, but evil forces came and cast you out. Now you are trapped here, but soon you shall be free.
Cool.
Okay.
I used to be called Marnie. Now...
Part of the problem with this whole storyline, though, I understand they want to do a parody of Scientology, but they also want Michael to be all cool. So it's like, and this happens with GTA protagonists. They're going down this mission chain, and like you're not sure why they're doing it. It seems to happen in Red Dead Redemption, actually, where like, in order for the silliness of the thing to play out, you have to be involved in doing stuff with it. But like John Marston slash, I'm blanking on the name of RDR2 protagonist. But anyway, yeah, they'll be like, I don't think this is such a good idea. Or, Irish, you seem like a real jack-off to me. Because that's a line from Red Dead Redemption, isn't it? But yeah, like, they'll constantly be pushing back on saying how stupid it is. But in dialogue, but then you keep having to go through and do all this dumb shit so that it can play out. So Michael is very much playing... He's very much a victim now of, all right, Mr. Cool... Arthur Morgan, that's his name. All right, Mr. Cool, Rockstar protagonist, why are you getting involved with these assholes?
I am Shupar, Queen of the Winds. Doubting is the pathway to believing for non-objectionable persons. The literature is very clear about that.
Why is it whenever people talk about reincarnation, they're always a king or a general or a famous person? How come they're...
Don't they understand, as this macho man tried to teach us all, that reincarnation doesn't have to be...
Never a serf or a rock or a bug.
Rocks being reincarnated?
It's easy to be a doubtful antithesis, but be a thesis, Zolag. These are incredible truth. I used to be lost. Now I'm the most powerful person in existence. Last night, I went to 47,000 places.
Did you realize that being a Sky King isn't that big a deal? Because everyone was Sky Kings. We all had our own little Sky Cities.
Goodbye.
Helping higher beings is the pathway to acquiring a higher existence.
Excuse me?
I'm sure it is.
You're not. But you are on the way. Some of our true thesis holders, who also happen to be top of their field actors, philosophers, and humanitarians.
Top of the field philosophers?
Oh.
Some of the most famous philosophers, some of the most famous living philosophers you know.
Email you their requirements.
The spirits have email.
Don't be an antithesis, Zolag. Kiflon.
Kiflon.
Kiflon means you're a sexy man. Alright, so where'd my car end up? Okay, I don't want to have to, like, steal a car that hasn't been... like, you know, made awesome just because I misplaced this one. I do like the spiritually significant music of the hanging around Epsilon zones. These are the vehicles the higher beings require. That's right, there was a car stealing one. And it's like you need to meet the needs of the higher beings who will send them to you by email. I had forgotten that the higher being, what the higher beings need are for you to steal cars. This is pretty awesome. All right. Make sure you give condition befitting the level of divine understanding that our thesis holders have reached. You have a small task for us, and you will be rewarded with knowledge of infinite great value. Craft be praised. M. So, I think I'm going to need to break out a FAQ on where you can find these. I don't think they're going to just tell me. That's one of those, like, quality of life improvements from some of these games. Like, I could totally see Rockstar doing a mission where you have to smash the real estate signs of somebody, but not telling you where they are. But in this game, like... Oh, here's Jimmy.
It's just an online persona. It was satire or parody or something. I didn't mean it.
Jim?
You're taking me up Banham Canyon in this charcoal color landstalker to punish me for trolling you? If only someone would save me.
Stall him, kid. I'll be there soon.
You know, you really are funny and interesting guys. I mean, any attention is good attention, right?
Alright, so I guess we have to save Jimmy, so, well, I guess between videos I'll break out a mission guide to stealing these cars for Epsilon. And yeah, I did a lot of... GTA Vice City is one of my favorite games. It's probably in my top 5 favorite games ever. Depends on the day of the week. I never want to call it my favorite game. It's always pretty high up there, though. So, like, yeah, me stealing all the cars for Sunshine Autos, even though that most of them didn't have a place that they would always spawn. Like, that was one where, like, the cheap cars you steal are the hardest ones to get, because you would have a fairly rare, shitty car, as opposed to be like, oh, you've got to get the super rare sports car. It felt really dumb to be like, you have to get a very specific piece of garbage. But I did that off screen, again, like, driving around, waiting for it to spawn, listening to Mystery Science Theater or whatever. This time, I think if I'm going to steal, it's only like 6 cars. If I'm going to steal these, you guys are probably along for the ride. I need to, as a couple of these series I'm doing wrap up, I think I need to pull back on how much shit I'm uploading, because I'm just uploading too much stuff. I'm like, I never get to play video games when I'm not recording them, so I probably need to not drastically reduce my content, but I think I need to be like, you know, right now I'm doing like 3 videos a week on Saturday and 3 on Sunday. Maybe I need to just do 3, like, not upload it all on Sunday. That can be the Lord's Day where I rest, even though I'll probably use it to record for a series that upload on other days. But it's getting ridiculous, and because like now it's like, yeah, I probably would have done some stuff off screen for this, and now I'm like, no, I'm not doing anything else for off screen for this. Like, I've mentioned that I did some stuff in this game that wasn't meant to be recorded because I was having bourbon and coke evenings, and now that I'm not doing that, I'm like, no, if I'm spending time on this game, it needs to count towards my uploads, because I've got my own personal thing where I want to maintain the regularly scheduled uploads. Alright, so nothing actually happens, I think, if you, because I looked it up, like, the dialogue with Tracy changes if you kill that guy instead of letting them escape, but if you don't do the missions...
Front, okay? There's no reason at all to be suspicious of anyone behind us. And if there was, he would just be there to warn you. He would definitely not kill you. Definitely would not kill you.
Shut up, troll. You gave up your right to free speech when you insulted a celebrity on the internet.
It was
Funny.
a couple of comments, some colorful language.
You made fun of Britney or something.
It was harassment.
You're the comedy writer. Deal with the heckle.
I blocked you. You started another account. I blocked you again. You started another. But what you didn't count on is me having the money and the resources to trace your IP.
I count on you having better things to do.
Well, I don't. I'm a lonely man, and social media is my life.
Well, wait a minute. Now it sounds like they're sticking up for Jimmy. Like, here's a guy who has the time to... And I'm not like an internet celebrity. Like, the closest I came to feeling stalked was when some guy kept putting downvotes on all of my videos that were not Breath of Fire 3 because he wanted to see more Breath of Fire. Like, he told me in the comments, I want more Breath of Fire 3. Why are you uploading all this other stuff? And then I started seeing dislikes on all my other videos. That's the closest I've had to an online stalker. But no, it's like, okay, this comedy writer who goes, like, obviously going and getting violent revenge on someone for social media is wrong, but it does seem like they're on the side of Jimmy, who was making multiple accounts to like keep bothering the same person. That's not cool.
It's given me the recognition I've been denied my whole life. I can make snarky comments,
Well, what am I
good
saying?
pronouncements, and lap up the adulation, banishing any form of dissent. I'm a king, and Bleeder is my kingdom.
Okay.
Well, that's true.
That's pretty sad.
The idea that
When I'm done,
he can say whatever he wants and block anyone.
Actual, like, bleeding, because then you'll be in pain.
I mean, when they put it that way, when this whole thing is that he doesn't have to, he can say whatever asinine shit he wants and never has to take any flack for it. But I get the feeling, A, like I'm talking about how are they making Jimmy look so good? They never make Jimmy look good. They're always making fun of Jimmy. But B, I guess I would have to assume that whatever shit Jimmy threw at this guy was not really like, you know, wise, thought-provoking stuff to make him reconsider. It was probably Jimmy calling him a fag.
That's gotta be them.
Who else could it be? And I'm not supposed to kill them.
Who is that animal?
Trying to shoot the wheels out.
That's my dad, you a-hole. Oh, he's gonna fuck you up properly.
Oh, really? How big's this herd, huh?
The size of your herd don't matter when you're a total badass psycho, you dick.
Daddy's boy.
Bird.
Read the tattoo, kid. What's it say? Entitled, Because I Am.
Horrible little troll.
Dad!
Oh, we can actually see him back there. That's kind of fun.
You got my son in there.
Help me!
You can have your idiot son.
There you go. I wanted to shoot out the car, the wheels. We're not fleeing in this thing that I just shut up, are we?
Let me take you home.
Yeah, in a real car.
Thank you.
Okay, he is getting out. I'm like, are you getting out or not?
Do you think it's over?
I don't know. Jeez.
Yeah,
I don't know how this shit
he's
works.
gone.
Are you sure? Because the dude holds like a grudge, and I'm like his nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go that far. Look, he thought you were a fat little nobody.
And he was
Now
right.
he thinks you're a fat little nobody with a badass for a dad. He'll stay away.
Meanwhile, he could lose some weight and start murdering people. Be a real man. This video was just driving all the way out to be told by Epsilon to steal cars.
Jim? What's a troll?
Like a joker on the internet.
What sort of jokes?
Sorta mean jokes.
Like what?
Like, someone posts something and you're all like, that sucks, you suck, dick.
Telling
Oh,
girls
so
who
jokes
play
that
the
are
violin that they're not
No,
fuckable.
You don't get it. The humor comes with repetition. Like, you say it once, big deal. Then you say it again, and again, and again, and again.
Okay.
Like, the other day, he posts this picture of his newborn, and I'm all like, damn, son, that right there is one ugly
Okay.
ass motherfucker.
I'm glad you didn't respond to that because I wasn't.
My balls.
I didn't mean to do that, and I'm glad you
Then
let
I
that
sent him a
slide.
picture of my balls. I seen roadkill prettier than that baby. What the hell is wrong with your baby? And he's all like, actually, there's a problem with its chromosomes or something, and it's actually a miracle it survived birth. And I'm all like, it's actually a miracle I survived seeing a picture of its ugly.
Enough.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking enough. I get it.
Maybe that one was a little OTT, but it's generally really good times.
Yeah. Good times. Great times. The fucking fun you have.
Yep. I mean, is that an accurate portrayal of what internet culture was like at this point? I don't spend that much time on the internet interacting with other people these days.
Like a sane person.
I post my videos and I watch other people's videos, and I'm not really, nobody comments on my videos, so nobody ever tells me that my children that don't exist are ugly. I guess the thing is I've never had a Twitter account. That's really what it is. Like a lot of the stuff about internet culture is Twitter, and I'm just not
Troll is
on
back
Twitter.
in his lair. Now stay off the internet for a while, and don't wind people up so much.
I learned my lesson, Dad.
Learnt?
I did.
Don't you mean learned, you idiot?
And I'm a tax accountant.
Hey, I'm not a tax accountant specifically, but okay. I thought the game froze for a minute. That was a little weird. Well, there you go. That was ideal. Didn't accidentally kill anyone, which would have made our son angry. Not sure why we dropped him off a couple of blocks away from home, but we did. You know, the most knowledge and experience I ever had of like internet troll culture was a stretch of time, and probably the aughts, where I was on message boards. But yeah, you didn't have to go to that message board anymore if people there were annoying you. But yeah, I mean, memes, like, at the time that would be like, you would put together a funny JPEG picture with like a caption on it. Like, I guess it's evolved since then, but not much.
I'm never gonna get used to the silence.
Is the family not back? I guess they are in a hotel or something to be safe from murder people. That's right. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure at this point in the story, I know he's made things right with the family, but they are not around. I think they are like still not around. All right, so I guess the thing to do now would be to throw down a save and call it a video. And before hitting record for another video, I probably want to open up something on the Epsilon mission that we're on and stealing all those cars, because that's probably going to be the contents of the next video. Oh, well, lucky you. Alright, folks, my yawning hasn't really got you excited about the next video. I don't know what will, so tune in next time as we steal cars. Bye-bye.